Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, February 4th. Looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and the NQ. Seeing some big gyration now. I'm assuming Google came out. I know Google earnings are due out. So that could be a reason why we just see the futures go down. Quiet day volume-wise. Good ranges, though. ES $5, NQ $7. But volume right now in SPY will be no doubt in the top 10 lightest unless they do a lot of volume here after hours, maybe based on Google, but we'll see. We were at 30 million at 4 o'clock, so they would have to do some very heavy volume if to get out of the top 10. Righty comes back into balance. They end up with a double distribution day and a price probe, and an afternoon pullback in F. Very nice. And Q ends. They did not hold trend, but they hold an afternoon pullback and a 11 wide POC. ES goes out with a 12 wide point of control, a double distribution day, a lowest accepted price. However, they don't get an overnight. This is just incredible how they missed the overnight high by a tick today in K period. They go out with a weak high. I had a good day on the market. For the most part, it was very accommodating. It was very readable. 8 period was the only time frame I took a short. I actually did it twice. The first time was against the gap fill. I didn't do anything early. And then when NQ came up and filled the gap fill, I took a short against that. 2 times, actually. One, it didn't fill it right away, backed off. Second one, it filled it, and I got it. But then everything changed. I took the long on the turnover because it was really pushing up, even with the stupid jolts coming out. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it. And I took a 2 lot, and boy, oh boy, did I get paid as it exploded out of the gate above A's high. So I got that staple play. We got the overnight high then. Then B period also with ebb and flow trades and on the turnover at 10:15 because the market was still pushing pretty good. You had value, you had indices, you had the overnight high. Bulls were in control. C period, again, took longs. Initially against single prints, okay, and the ebb and flow. I took a long and the IB high, So I got all the staple plays. E period, I actually took a long in ES and E period when they filled the singles and ended up taking a 3-point loss on it. Now, if I had held it, I eventually would have gotten paid, but I didn't, obviously. Only took a 3-point loss, so 1 lot. And then in F period, had a very nice long in NQ, which went over into G, even though G went over. They filled the single prints, took back the lowest accepted price. But I'm like, there is way too much ammo in favor of the bulls. And I got paid nicely on it when it finally started going back up. And then I took a long in H period to go back to the point of control. Because at one point, it looked like they might lower POC. And I was telling the room, this is where the profile is visual and how having a live webinar is so helpful. I'm like, I would be really surprised if we lowered POC down to here in NQ. And for a while there, it was sitting there, okay? But then what happened? We went back up in H and got it, and it never lowered it. And again, that's due to MGI. That was very powerful in favor of the bulls, which kept me comfortable being long in F and G and then taking it long again in H when it stopped the one-time framing to get back to POC. And then that was it, last trade of the day. After that, it became some pretty much big-time slop. Destinations, today's high is 68.75. The monthly overnight high is 69. We're 12 wide at 55.50. We have single prints from 39 down to 37.75, small set. We have a lowest accepted price at 34 and a quarter. And we have today's low of 18. And what the lowest accepted price is, when the market closes only after A, if we're near the day's high or low and it really shoots, where you don't really pull back at all, in this case, to the downside because we're near the high and go, I call the lowest accepted price. I'm like, that's very powerful and single print should hold. And they did. And they did. Plus we held a nice buy tail. In SPY, today's high is 602.30. They got their overnight high. 601.03 is 12 wide. Single print started 599.40 to 20. Lowest accepted price is 598.96. And today's low is 597.28. And then we'll just go to the charts. Let's go to the charts. Let me see real quickly while we're at it where Google is trading. So Google closed at 207.71. They're trading at 194. So they're down $13, right? So over 5% they're down right now. They were at their highs. So it'll be interesting to see where they are tomorrow. Plus, after the press conference, that could certainly turn around too, right? We've seen that act before. But here is the chart for the S&P. We're balanced. Again, I'd probably use the 31st high or the all-time high as my balance high. Yesterday is the balance low. One really big problem, though, even though the ranges are great, we're under 31 million shares right now. It's certainly going to be in the top 10. In fact, our lightest volume so far for the year in SPY is 34.6 million. So unless they do get more volume based on what Google's doing afterwards up until 8 o'clock, there's a chance to have the lightest volume of the year. Hope you had a good day trading. I will not have a morning video. I have a doctor's appointment, but I should be back for the opening. Thanks for liking and subscribing to this channel. Hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we will speak prior to the opening tomorrow.